So this is Rachel with Mic Drop Miniatures, and today I would like to show you how to make these really cute Easter Bunny baskets. So, to start off, we are going to need some string, some tape, doesn't have to be Gorilla Tape, just any type of tape, some wire, you're going to need some scissors, some glue, lots of glue, and wire cutters. I should warn you right now, this is a messy project, but super fun. I made about 100 of these, over 100 for my subscription boxes, so I got real messy. So the first thing you want to do, this tube that I'm using was from my children's candy. You can use any cap, anything that is round for the size of your basket. You're going to add a pretty generous amount of glue and just rub it all over. See, messy already. I'm going to just make sure that there's glue everywhere on my cap. And then, yes, I like to get messy too, and just wipe glue wherever on my hands that I can find. So I'm going to unravel some string here. I'm going to need about 2 arm lengths for this basket altogether. What I like to do is try to get the end with a little bit of glue so it doesn't fray on me. Sometimes this doesn't even work, but I tried it anyway. Now I'm going to take the string and I'm just going to twist it to try to get it pretty tight. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you can just lay it on the tube and start twisting, and then it will make a circle on its own, but I found that doing it in between my fingers first sometimes helps. Now I'm going to stick this on the bottom of the tube right in the middle. The trick here is you want to press pretty firmly, but not too firmly where it comes off and sticks to your fingers. And also, the key here is you don't want to leave any gaps. If you find that after you twist it and you have a lot of gaps, you can always go over the basket one more time through the whole thing to fill in those gaps, but I try to only do one layer with my baskets. As you can see now, I'm just going to twist, keep twisting, trying to fill in those gaps, not pushing down too hard because, again, it'll stick to your fingers, and then if you're like me, you'll curse a lot and have to start all over. So you get the drift, I think. This is a slow process, but it's fun. I love making Dollhouse miniatures because for me it's therapeutic. I often forget time, and then I forget that my family and my children are upstairs probably needing me. Oh well. All right, so again, I'm just going to go make sure that there's no gaps. If I can see the glue, then I try to push it together. Now the trick is once you get to the side, you don't want to push hardly at all, because what will happen is the whole thing will come off the bottom. And then again, you'll curse and have to start all over. Once you get up like 3 or 4 rows, like right now, you kind of want to pull the string. So again, it can help get it sturdy and not have any gaps between the string. We're almost there. And now what I'm going to do is push the strings. If you see any of the glue, any little gaps, you can lightly push up. And yeah, if you don't like to get messy, this may not be a project for you because it is pretty messy with the glue. And I should mention I'm just using the tacky glue. I find that works best. So I'm going to cut that now and let it dry, completely dry. I know, I think that's the hardest thing about making miniatures is waiting for the glue to dry. I'm going to take a little more string. You can use the same color, different color, whatever your heart desires. And this string is pretty thin, so I am going to double it up because I want a pretty sturdy handle. All right, so then this is where the tape comes in. The tape just holds the string in place while the glue dries. Here I'm using Gorilla Tape. It's really, really, really sticky, so that's why I like it. Because there's nothing worse than getting your whole handle done and the taplet's loose and it all unravels, because for this you want to pull the string pretty tight. So it's pretty important that your glue holds. So now you just keep winding, and just like the basket, you want to make sure that you're not leaving any gaps where you can see the wire. You want to make sure that this is pretty tight. Winding, winding, winding. And when you think that you've had enough and that the basket handle is long enough, you can always take your plastic tubing, your candy tube, and just measure it. Make sure that it's long enough. There's nothing worse too than making this whole thing. You stop and then you realize you have a really short handle. Because if you notice, most Easter baskets have really, really long handles. So that's kind of what I wanted to achieve with mine. You would have received these if you are a subscriber of the subscription boxes, the miniature subscription boxes. This came in the April box. So I'm going to make this just a little tad smaller, because once I cut it, I want it to be the same size as the other end. All right, so we're going to finish this off. Going to cut it here. And now we're going to get messy again. We're going to grab that glue. I'll just measure it one more last time to make sure, kind of form it before I glue it. All right, we're going to grab that glue and we're just going to get glue everywhere. This is pretty important because you want it to dry and you want it to harden. Again, you don't want this to unravel once it's dried and put into place, because then your whole basket is pretty much ruined. Now you can set this on wax paper, tin foil, something, and let it dry. All right, there we go. Easy peasy, right? And let me show you what the finished piece will look like. Aren't they so cute? So I just took the glue and glued it right into the basket and added some grass. And there you go. Thanks guys for watching, and I will have more videos like this soon, so come back. Bye.